Good afternoon. Kiss up to God. To God be the glory for all the wonderful works that He does. I'm coming over because I had a debate. So I want to talk about it a little bit today. Okay. I on my title is Attitude of Silence. I had a debate with a friend that said he's sick of, women with attitudes. I'm sick of her attitude. And she don't want to talk, she ain't talking. So I tried to explain the difference between having an attitude and having an attitude of silence. Now, having an attitude, you're right. Sometimes we do get like that, and we're complaining, we're fussing, we got an attitude this week, we got next week we're okay. But if we have that kind of attitude, then you could, we're okay. We'll get over it. I'll put it like that. It'll be all right. We'll get through it. But the attitude of silence, I say that's a little difference. Let me tell you what the Google said about it. I try to explain it to her, but like beating a dead horse. So anyway, it said the attitude of silence is her silence can be a choice to reclaim her peace, diligence, and pride, especially if she has been hurt or feel like her needs are constantly ignored. That's what's going on. If she's talking or we keep complaining, we don't feel heard. We don't feel like that you hear us. Just like men say the same thing. She doesn't listen to anything that I say, but see the difference, and that is sometimes we do think you have to read between the lines, but you have to tell a man straight. You can't give him no read between the lines or no option. Just tell him what you need straight up. That's it. They get that better because they don't have time to guess. Because we go through all kind of changes as women. But if this woman, you say, well, let's do this. Okay. Okay, well, I'm going to, okay. And if she started having that kind of attitude, she's plotting. And I think I talked about this before, and maybe he didn't see it, but hopefully he's watching this one. She's plotting because that means that she feel like there's no hope. She feel like that no matter what she say, no matter what she do, is not good enough for you. No matter what happens, you're still like dogging her out or you still making her feel some type of way. So make sure when she's silent, that is not that attitude of silence where she's plotting or she's done or she's trying to find a way out. Make sure she's still talking. She got that attitude, but she's still, trying to be pleasant, trying to, throw in a little complaint here, throwing a little complaint there because, it's okay. That means, all right, babe, we can work it out. And we still love you and we still can deal with you. But if we have that, all right, I've had enough. I don't know what else to do to make you happy. I don't know what else to do to please you. No matter what I say, you are giving me a bunch of stuff. You don't want to hear, and sometimes I think you make us mad so you can go out or so you can do what you want to do. Then that's an excuse. When you didn't want to do it or, you was acting all funny. That's your excuse, but keep doing that. You ain't going to have her to say that, she ain't gonna be up there sitting up there for you to fuss at and yell at it. I'm sick of coming home and you are looking like this. I'm sick of coming home and you're doing that. Make sure that what she's dealing with, what she's going through, isn't because she's not heard, or isn't because she's looking for a way out, or isn't because she's done. You know what R. Kelly, once a woman's fed up, it's nothing you can do about it. But sometimes you can save face, you can't save relationship, you can't save what's going on. But when she is, no matter what you do, it begins not to bother her. A lot of times she's checked out because she feels like she's giving her all. She feels like that she's giving everything that she can give to you. She feels like that you don't appreciate it. You don't care. What difference does it make if she steps out and she go? You're treating her like anything anyway. As they say, what do they say? Breadcrumbing her, giving her just enough to hold on. Don't nobody want just enough to hold on. That's a thin string. That's like putting me over a cliff and giving me a breakable rope. I can't trust that. And when we get to that point, you know, and we need you in our life, and you need us in your life. God did make us to coexist together, but make sure that you're listening to each other too. Don't just let her stay silent. Try to see what's going on. It could be something as simple as you forgot our anniversary. You know how we feel about that? Oh, you forgot the birthday. Those are the simple things that's not worth losing a whole relationship over. But don't let some things keep going on and piling up and piling on. And then the next thing you know, you're going to be saying, have you seen her? I'm messing with you. So I hope he's listening, and I hope he understands that sometimes that silence is just that. She's upset about something. She's trying to work through something. She's trying to process her feelings. But sometimes that silence is she checked out mentally. She's trying to detach from you. She's looking for a way out. Okay, so just talk to her, see what's going on. And I think a lot of times when we don't talk to each other, that's when a lot of things do mess up. Be open. Have an open type of relationship where you are talking and trying to understand each other, because some relationships really are worth fighting for and holding on to. You'll know the difference. All right. I hope you guys got some church in today. I hope I got a couple services in today. I'm going to another one at 4, but I hope you got some services in. I hope you continue to pray for each other. And thank you for coming on and sharing with me today. My name is Jennifer Brooks. I am your Southern Belle. Keep subscribing, keep coming on, comment if you would like. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. You guys have a blessed Sunday. You hear? God bless.